Have you ever stopped to think about what truly matters in your life? Amid the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's easy to get lost in responsibilities, an excess of things, commitments, and even worries. But what if I told you there's a way to find a balance that is both simple and profound? Japanese minimalism and the concept of Ikigai might be exactly what you need to rediscover what makes your heart beat faster, without the distractions of the world around you. Sometimes, less is more. Fewer things, less noise, less rush, and more space to live, according to what truly brings you joy and purpose. In this video, we'll explore these two powerful concepts together, which can transform the way you see your life and your space. Japanese minimalism isn't about giving up everything. It's about consciously choosing what is truly valuable. Ikigai, on the other hand, guides us to find the reason to wake up every day with joy, helping us give new meaning to our actions and choices. If you feel that your life is full of excess, yet at the same time, something essential is missing, this video is for you. Let's embark on a journey toward a lighter, fuller, and above all, more authentic life. To start, let's better understand what Japanese minimalism is and how it can positively impact your life. Japanese minimalism is much more than just a design trend. It's a philosophy of life that values the essential and eliminates the excess. Imagine a home where every object has a purpose and brings joy. That is Japanese minimalism. This lifestyle has deep roots in Japanese culture, where simplicity and functionality are highly valued. You don't need a house full of things to be happy. In fact, many times, less is more. Think about how you feel when you enter an organized, clean, and peaceful space. It's almost as if a weight is lifted off your shoulders, isn't it? That's what Japanese minimalism can do for you. It creates an environment where you can breathe, relax, and focus on what truly matters. If Japanese minimalism helps eliminate external excess, Ikigai does the same internally. In Japan, it is believed that everyone has an Ikigai, something that gives life meaning. It doesn't have to be something grand. It can be in what makes you feel useful, present, and fulfilled. But here's the problem. Many people go their entire lives without discovering their Ikigai. They remain stuck on autopilot, too busy to ask themselves, what truly makes me happy? What gives me the desire to wake up in the morning? When that answer appears, everything changes. The weight of indecision lightens, unnecessary worries lose their power, and life starts to fall into place. Ikigai is not a final destination. It's a state of balance where work, passions, and purpose walk together. I'll show you how Japanese minimalism and Ikigai can be the key to transforming your life without complications or great effort. Japanese minimalism is more than just an aesthetic choice or a passing trend. It is part of a philosophy of life that values what is essential. Think of a Japanese garden. It is not filled with plants and colors, but it is carefully designed to convey peace and harmony. Every stone, every leaf has its place. Nothing is there by chance. In your life, Japanese minimalism can work the same way. It's not about throwing everything away and living with as little as possible. Instead, it's about looking around and asking, does this truly have a purpose? Does this bring me joy, or is it just taking up space? When you start letting go of what is unnecessary, you create room for what really matters. Not just physically, but emotionally and mentally as well. The benefits of this are profound. With fewer things around us, our environment feels lighter. With fewer distractions, our minds become clearer. And when our minds are clear, we can focus on what truly matters: our relationships, our dreams, our emotional well-being. Everything begins to flow more naturally. Japanese minimalism is not rigid. It doesn't have fixed rules. You can adapt it to your lifestyle, to your own rhythm. The important thing is to start thinking more consciously about what you keep around you and why. Every small step in this direction is already a big achievement. Now that we understand Japanese minimalism a little better. Let's talk about Ikigai. This Japanese word can be translated as reason for living or what makes life worth it. It's more than just a goal, it's the deep motivation that gets you out of bed every morning. And believe it or not, we all have an Ikigai, even if we haven't discovered it yet. In Japan, this idea is treated with great reverence. Finding your Ikigai is not a complicated task. In fact, it is already within you, waiting to be revealed. It could be something you love to do, something you're good at, something the world needs, or even something you can be rewarded for. The key is that your Ikigai should be aligned with who you truly are. Have you ever stopped to think about what brings you joy? I'm not talking about big achievements, but the small things in everyday life that make your heart beat faster. It could be cooking for your family, taking care of plants, helping someone. Ikigai is something that connects us to our essence. And when we find this connection, everything around us seems to make more sense. Modern life often pushes us to chase things that deep down don't fulfill us. We seek success, money, recognition. But sometimes we forget to ask ourselves, does this truly make me happy? Ikigai challenges you to look within and find the answers that are already there, waiting to be heard. This purpose can manifest in many ways. It doesn't have to be something grand, like changing the world. It can be something simple, yet meaningful. The important thing is that by aligning your life with your Ikigai, you begin to live more fully and consciously. Now that we understand both Japanese minimalism and Ikigai, we can see how these two philosophies complement each other. Minimalism helps us remove excess and focus on the essential. Ikigai guides us to find our purpose, the thing that makes life worth living. When we combine these two ideas, something powerful happens. We start living more intentionally, with balance and fulfillment. Japanese minimalism creates space, both physical and mental, so that we can discover and live our Ikigai. When we are surrounded by fewer distractions, we gain more clarity about what truly matters to us. And with that clarity, we can dedicate more time and energy to what makes us feel alive. It's not about sacrificing things, it's about consciously choosing where to invest your time, attention, and energy. If your surroundings are filled with things you don't need, or that distract you, it can be difficult to see your Ikigai clearly. When you start simplifying your life, the things that truly matter stand out. It's like organizing a cluttered room. When you remove what doesn't serve you, you begin to notice the beauty of the few items that truly hold value. This balance between minimalism and Ikigai doesn't happen overnight. It's a continuous journey of self-discovery and adjustment. As you simplify your life, your relationship with the world transforms as well. You begin to value experiences more than objects. You start prioritizing what brings you peace and happiness instead of what causes stress and anxiety. Think of it as a positive cycle. The more space you create, the clearer your purpose becomes. And the more you live your Ikigai, the easier it is to keep your life organized and focused on the essential. Everything flows in a more harmonious and natural way. This process is personal and unique for each individual. The important thing is to take the first step. Maybe it's reorganizing a room in your house, or perhaps it's learning to say no to commitments that don't serve you. Every small action counts, and every change brings you closer to a simpler, more meaningful life. You might be wondering, how do I start applying these ideas to my life? The truth is that big transformations don't happen all at once. The key lies in the small changes we make in our daily lives. Japanese minimalism and Ikigai teach us exactly that. Small, conscious actions can have a profound, long-term impact. There's no need to completely overhaul your home or routine right away. Start small. Maybe today is the day to organize a drawer or donate clothes you no longer wear. Tomorrow, you might take a few minutes to reflect on what brings you joy, or how you can spend more time doing what you love. Over time, these small changes will create a ripple effect. You'll realize that by letting go of distractions and excess, you're making space for what truly matters. These changes are not just external, Minimalism and Ikigai also require us to make internal adjustments. Sometimes we carry unnecessary thoughts and worries that clutter our minds. Just like a house full of objects, a mind full of concerns can prevent us from seeing clearly what truly matters. That's why taking care of your mental well-being is just as important as organizing your physical space. Something as simple as setting aside a few minutes each day to meditate or just take deep breaths can bring great relief. This is one of the principles of Japanese minimalism, paying attention to the present moment. When we become more aware, we can make better decisions, both about what we want to keep in our lives and what we are ready to let go of. The small actions you take today are the steps that lead you to a more balanced and meaningful life tomorrow. Don't underestimate the power of these subtle changes. Life is not about accumulating things or overloading yourself with commitments. It's about finding balance, peace, and purpose in the little things. After exploring Japanese minimalism and Ikigai, we arrive at the central point of everything: living with purpose. In a world that pushes us to keep running non-stop, slowing down can be a true act of courage. Choosing simplicity, valuing the present, and finding meaning in small things is, without a doubt, a powerful way to live. When you simplify your life and connect with your Ikigai, you begin to realize something essential. What truly matters is not how much you have, but what you do with what you have. It is possible to be happy with little, as long as that little is aligned with your purpose. And by living this way, you experience a sense of fulfillment that neither excess nor busyness can ever provide. Remember, living with purpose is not a final destination, but a continuous journey. Sometimes we get lost in obligations and distractions, but the important thing is always to return to what gives us meaning. Having clarity about what truly makes us feel alive helps us make better decisions, live more lightly, and face challenges with greater serenity. Take a moment in your day to reflect on what really makes your life worthwhile. What are the small things that bring you joy? What makes you feel that your life has meaning? When you connect with these answers, you can start making more conscious choices that align with who you truly are. And if there's one thing you can take away from this video, it's that Japanese minimalism and Ikigai are not distant or unattainable concepts. They are within reach for all of us, through small actions and reflections in our daily lives. Simplicity and purpose go hand in hand, and when we embrace that, we are truly living a fulfilled life. Now, I ask you, what do you think about starting to apply Japanese minimalism and Ikigai in your life today? Comment. I choose to live with purpose. If this video made you think, if it brought you even a little inspiration, share it with someone you know who also needs to hear this message. And remember, your happiness is not in what you accumulate, but in the space you create for it to bloom. See you in the next video.